In October of 1999, Irma and I loaded the car and headed west, back to South Dakota and Pine Ridge Reservation. Settling in Kyle with Lily Mae Red Eagle, we started working at the Senior Center. There we found some old friends from 1992. Lily Mae, Elsie, Edna, Nancy, and Mary Strikes Plenty. Several new friends joined us also: Connie, Sarah, Lois, Aura, and Rachel. We started sowing yellow-headed blackbirds and meadowlarks, and then moved on to golden eagles. The eagles I had made in 1992 had been lovingly cared for by Phyllis Clifford, the manager of the Senior Center. During the first week, after work, Irma and I explored some of the reservation, journeying to Wounded Knee and the mass grave site of those killed during the 1890 massacre. We found the building which houses the Keeley radio station, always busy broadcasting throughout Indian country. We saw meadowlarks, pheasants, wild turkeys, cattle, and horses. There had been several changes in Kyle since 1992. The Lakota Fund had a new building, which housed its offices and an impressive art gallery, and the hospice offices. The fund has made many small business loans for bed and breakfasts, tour guides, and the Wild Horse Deli, where we stopped frequently for cappuccinos and lattes. Little Wound School had a refurbished front and had started a historical park, complete with teepees. Kyle also, for the first time, now has banking services every Thursday. During the first weekend, Irma and I took Lily Mae to the Intertribal Powwow in Rapid City. We watched the parade go down Main Street, explored the Prairie Edge Gallery, which specializes in Plains Indian artwork, and then drove to the convention center for the grand entry beginning the powwow. We watched, listened, overwhelmed by the sheer number of participants and the strong beat of the drums. One young participant opened the event speaking about the importance of the powwow to the tribe.
I want to encourage you to take these virtues that exist within this circle and live them out in your everyday life.
Dance competitions followed, with the men's fancy dancers stomping to the beat. On Sunday, we drove through the beautiful Black Hills, explored the Crazy Horse Monument and Museum, and videoed the wildlife in Custer National Park. Buffalo, sheep, pronghorn antelopes, wild mules, prairie dogs, and bighorn sheep. It was a beautiful day, and then many miles back to Lily Mae. During our second week, we taught until 2 in Kyle, and then packing up the car, we drove 30 miles to Wanblee to teach from 3 to 5 at Oglala Lakota College. Georgia introduced us around, and we began with yellow warblers and then moved quickly on to golden eagles. The rides back and forth between Kyle and Wanblee gave us a chance to see many beautiful sunsets, the clouds over Potato Creek, the fields of hay bales, sunflowers, and occasionally a cattle roundup. During the third week, the eagles were being completed regularly. Connie Whirlwind Horse finished first, Elsie Harris second. Elizabeth showed us how to make fry bread in the kitchen at the center, where Phyllis plans all the meals for the seniors 5 days a week, and Oscar was still picking them up in the community van. In Wambly, Bernadette and Darlene talked about their adventures being in the movies, Dances with Wolves and Thunderheart. Many Indians have been in the movies because of the popularity of Westerns. Meanwhile, the stuffing of the eagles continued. I started a buffalo head for the senior center, and Connie and Elsie began on the magpies. During our third weekend, Irma and I visited with Connie, inspecting her gardens and animals, meeting her grandchildren. We next went to Elsie's and looked at her handiwork and her house. Later we found the favorite swimming hole for the area on the road to Allen. On Sunday we went to the Badlands National Park, hiking the Medicine Route Trail, videoing the maze, watching a magpie, feeding prairie dogs, and exploring an old sod house. The last week of October arrived with everyone finishing up their eagles. I finished the buffalo head to add to the center's growing collection of soft sculpture. Rachel thanked us heartily for getting her involved. Others gave us small tokens of their appreciation. We took the group pictures, first Wambly and then Kyle. According to our survey, we had reduced the level of depression among our participants, increased excitement over new tasks, and built up their confidence about what they could achieve. It was a rewarding month, well spent on the res in South Dakota.